Jamaica's ultimate 4-2-3-1 lineup for 2025-26 with existing and new players. This is Jamaica Dream. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. This is a realistic quote as it speaks directly to life in general, in the sense that if you don't prepare for anything that you want to achieve, then failure will be the final decider. Welcome everyone to Premier 7 yet again. I am your host, Ryan Nelson. It is absolutely my pleasure to be here yet again, as I am here to present to you a very important video surrounding the Jamaica's Ultimate 4-2-3-1 lineup for 2025-26, existing and new players, the dream. The dream, because guess what? We would love for this, though, to become a reality. And before I even get into the meat of the matter of today's video, I just have to bring across a very important poll, a poll that let this video be here today. The poll was in question about the Jamaica Men's National Team, of course, as it relates to the question: Jamaica have a great chance to reach World Cup 2026. Should I drop a video on the best 11, mixing current stars and potential signings? Well, 66 votes, 3 likes. From the votes, majority states yes, please do with 83%, while minority states not right now with 11%, and 6% ending to say no, not needed. So I'm here to deliver for the fans with this video of importance. And I know it is early days, but remember, early preparation yield results. We don't wish to fail, we wish to be a successful nation. So we can understand that Coach Steve McLaren, his main formation that I am used to is the 4-2-3-1. Sometimes a 4-4-2, but I think that this is the formation that Jamaica should go for or possibly will go for. So let me just start off with the man himself in goal, that I think many of us would agree that he will be the man. So let me just bring up the man himself to start off things, to get the ball rolling in a Andre Blake. Andre Blake, for me, is called the shot stopping wall, right? He's undisputably Jamaica's number one goalkeeper and one of the best, if not the best, goalkeeper in the CONCACAF region. I want to let you know that his existence here is that based on his years of experience and hard work, 3 MLS goalkeeper of the year, over 70 caps for Jamaica, big game experience in Gold Cup and Nations League, even in the Copa America. So Blake's leadership and shot stopping ability will make him be a person who is going to be irreplaceable. No one can just come in and replace our captain in an Andre Blake. And of course, everybody do have their flaws. At times, his distribution can be a bit shaky, especially when he should play out the ball from the back. But guess what? Most of Andre Blake's career has been brilliant for Jamaica. So he is the man that is best to play between the sticks. To the left back position, who do you go for? Do you go for an Amari Bill? Do you go for a Greg Lay? I mean, many Jamaican fans would love to see being recruited. That is the man himself, Tariq Mitchell from Crystal Palace. I would choose Mitchell because the two other names mentioned, they are not on the level of Tariq Mitchell. Jamaica needs to get this man. For him, the name that I associate to him is the defensive security and overlapping runner. Such a cool name. So if Mitchell commits, Jamaica gets a Premier League quality left back. Plays for Crystal Palace, as we know, more than 80 EPL appearances, and is excellent as a 1v1 defender. You can't ask for more. A very cool headed player. He hasn't been in his prime as yet. I think he's 25, 26. So this man is a man that we can say yes, because he brings defensive discipline and attacking support from the left position of the field. And the real weakness of this player is that he can be caught out of position at times because sometimes he can be a bit aggressive. There's nothing really and truly to put aside to say, all right, no, this guy should not play for Jamaica, because most of the good works outdo the flaws. And of course, that man will be my preferred left back. Now, centre back from the left hand side, I have to go for Ethan Pinnock. Ethan Pinnock has been playing for Jamaica for some time now, and he's like a defensive rock for the national team. I don't see anyone replacing him right now from the left hand side of the pitch. And if you have any other options, you can drop your preferred choice in the comment section. I mean, for Ethan Pinnock, he has been a top tier defender for Brentford. He won over 70% of his aerial duels last season. He's very composed under pressure. You can see it for yourself. So Pinnock being Jamaica defensive rock, Jamaica gains stability and strength from his input, right? And his only vulnerability is that he's at that stage now where he's not that quick, so he kind of lacked the quality in terms of pace to go up against quicker attackers, which could be exposing him and the national team on the counter. But guess what? We have a Tariq Mitchell who can support him. Now, from those two to the right hand side of the pitch, who do you put right here? Do you go for a Damian Lowe? Do you go for a Richard King? And let's be current, let's be realistic as well. For me, I have to go with Damian Lowe. I have to go with a Damian Lowe. And my name for him is the the experienced warrior. Yes, man, that's a cool name for Damian Lowe. By all means, is a veteran leader. We see and we understand, and I would say no, that Damian Lowe is tough, he's aggressive, and is well known in the CONCACAF region. He's a crucial player in this side. Now, for Damian Lowe's being that person to play right here as the right-sided centre back, is that he have over 50 international caps for Jamaica. He's physical, he's fearless in his challenges, and he has strong leadership presence. Now, he ensured Jamaica doesn't get bullied by physical teams, which is true. However, my issue with Damian Lowe is that sometimes he can be caught out of position. At times, he can be a bit rash, leading to unnecessary free kicks, which can be costly in high-stake matches. So for Damian Lowe here, being on the highest stage for Jamaica, he would have to apply some level of calm to his approach in the games. All right, so who will complete the four? Now, for this section, as the right back, Lembe Kisa is a bench option. Brown is a no-no. Holgate is a no-no. Latibodier is a no-no. I would go for this man in a Dujan Sterling, the versatile defensive asset. He would complete Jamaica back four by all means. Sterling currently plays for Rangers. He plays in not only the Premiership in Scotland, he plays in the European League before against big teams like Benfica. He even plays against Manchester United before. So the experience is there. So we cannot say then that this guy is not playing at any high level. He's playing at the highest level for his team, Rangers, and he's playing in competitions that many Jamaican footballers aren't even close to be playing in. Can play multiple defensive roles. Very strong in 1v1 duels, so he can add that physical presence for Jamaica. In the back line where we need to defend our goals, look at that. You have Mitchell, Pinnock, Lowe, and Sterling added to that power. Absolutely brilliant. So it's good in terms of balancing also the defense and the attack. So this guy provides energy and tactical flexibility on the right flank. One downside effect though of this guy is that his positioning can be a bit inconsistent at times. So he needs to work on that. But in that case, with that flaw, it can leave space for opening attackers. So apart from that, he's a very good player, but he needs development, just like the others. But he's the best out of who we have currently. So far, so good. The backline is Mitchell, Pinnock, Lowe, Sterling. For the midfield three, I would go for the specialist DM that Jamaica gets right now in an Isaac Hayden. No going around that. He's a midfield anchor. Isaac Hayden, you have earned your spot. A defensive midfielder with Premier League experience, with Premier League prodigy, playing for Jamaica right now, no one can take his place if all goes well for him. Some person would say he's elite as a tackler and ball winner. So he has the ability to win the ball in position for Jamaica. Brilliant. I mentioned before Premier League experience with Newcastle, of course, his past team, and is very composed under pressure. You need nothing else than an Isaac Hayden right now in the DM role. Of course, he shields the defense and allows our attackers to thrive. However, his passing range can sometimes be a bit too simple. And I mean, maybe he's just a simple player. And he lacks the creativity needed to break down deep defense. So guess what? Even though he's good in that era, he has his flaw in that era. But for me, this man is the ideal CDM that Jamaica should go for in playing in competitions or important games to come. Now, beside him, I was thinking about a Russell, but I mean, from you see the typing taking place, I am going to go for a Lewis Baker. Lewis Baker would be the rightful complement right here for a Isaac Hayden. So Lewis Baker will play not the 10, not the DM, but the central midfield role for Jamaica. I would call him the deep line playmaker. Because from his former days at Chelsea, coming up the ranks, I mean, Baker is the prospect who provides creativity and control, linking up plays with Hayden and the existing players right now. He have a very good passing range. So then again, Hayden can give the ball to Baker, who can find the range, and he have that vision. He is deadly from free kicks. We need that, and he's very composed under pressure as well. So Hayden and Baker composed under pressure, less issues in the midfield. So he helps dictate the tempo of the game, of course, and unlocks defense with smart passes. Baker's weakness, however, is the physicality, and he can be overpowered in duels and struggles defensively when pressured or when pressed. But guess what? Look at the backline behind him. Look at the backline behind him. There's not much to be put on him. Or if he's given tasks to do certain stuff, he will be supported by his teammates. So look at that. The team is getting completed. Right? So for the number 10 role, I think many persons would want to have a Ravel Morrison, but we have to be real. We have to be real. This man in a Bobby Reed has to play as our number 10. Has to play as our number 10, the creative maestro. So Reed adds Premier League experience, as we can know, energy and creativity to be our number 10. He used to play for Fulham, right? But now he plays for Leicester. Versatile as well, so if there's a need to change the formation, we're having Aiden as the only DM and putting Baker and Bobby Reed as two box-to-box players. He's capable because I spoke about him recently being of that skill set to play as an 8. So, I mean, this guy is a man for the 10 role. He have over 40 caps for Jamaica, a lot that is. So, he's a man. So, with his creativity, his vision, and goal scoring threats, Reed will be crucial in breaking down stubborn defenses, but we can understand he have inconsistencies in him in terms of delivering goals and making assists in big games, which can be a concern. But I mean, I'm just talking about the flaws that the players have. But on a holistic point of view, these guys are the best that I know can represent Jamaica currently. Now, the excitement part of the field is this side. Mason Greenwood, Tyrese Campbell, nope, nope. Leon Bailey. Yes. Yeah, man. Bailey's going to play this part. We're yet to see Bailey, though, doing what he should in the national colors. But I think this guy has to be the man on the right hand side. Yeah, man. Bailey has to be on the right hand side because he's a star man. So Bailey is Jamaica's biggest attacking threat and a proven game changer so far that we're seeing here on screen. He has played a lot of games for Aston Villa, and to be honest, this guy has over 20 goal contribution in the last 2 seasons for the Villains. Premier League experience, Champions League experience, Bundesliga experience. What more can I ask for? He has blistering pace and is a clinical finisher. So we know Bailey loves to dribble, so he's a direct dribble off the ball, and he possesses that cutting ability to shoot as well. And it would be like his main weapon that he would then go for when he's coming up against his opponents. So that is his offensive weapon. Now we know that Bailey's biggest weakness is that he's inconsistent in the Jamaica shirt, and sometimes he can disappear in key matches or struggles to finish when he's under pressure. We see that, we know that, but in a good team, you will get the best out of your players. So Bailey has to be there. Now from the left-hand side now, who would we go for? Is it a Cephas? Is it a Low? No more question. This guy has been playing for Jamaica for a good while now. Starts off good. He's inconsistent at times, but he has to be the man for us. No one else but a Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray has to be there because he has a bond with Bailey. He has a bond with Bobby Reed. Not saying that because he has a bond, but the chemistry is already there. Just need better players around him. Just need for more development. So for me, Demarai Gray is the explosive winger. Possesses a lot of skills, pace. He can be a nightmare if he clicks against defenders. So he plays in Saudi Arabia, but he have Premier League experience with Everton and Leicester City. Not only Premier League experience as well, but also in Europa League. And he's dangerous as a 1v1 dribbler. So imagine Bailey coming at you in form and Gray in form. Come on, people. This is just the truth. So he adds speed, so he's unpredictable as well, and a goal scorer from the left-hand side. However, his weaknesses is that sometimes he can be too reliant on his own individual skills, as we can see in the national setup, and oftentimes he forces a play when more easy options are there. So, I mean, it's not a win, but he's the best option that I think should play for Jamaica at that point. Now, right here is the big spot. Who would you choose as our striker? Who would you choose as our striker? Keenan Davis, Harris Campbell, Antonio, Shamar Nicholson. Well, I have my own option here in a Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood should be the ideal striker for Jamaica, using this formation of a 4-2-3-1. I can understand that we would say, or some of us would say, play Mushba Bailey play, and you put a Tyrese Campbell at the head of the table. It's my opinion. But I think this guy, providing that presence, that goal scoring threat by just one kick, he has to be the man to lead the line. So Greenwood is a big X factor in Jamaica's lineup. I see him as the clinical finisher. If he commits, though, he instantly becomes Jamaica's most talented striker. Two-footed, lethal finisher, Premier League experience, Europa League experience. I mean, this guy is playing well for Marseille. Very strong link up in terms of dribbling, link up plays. So, that is the reason why I place him here, to link with Bailey and Gray. Sometimes he will go to the right hand side, Bailey switch to the left, Gray is at the top. Sometimes he can go to the left, Bailey stays on the right, and Gray go at the top. So that is the reason why I put this guy at the head. So with Greenwood leading the attack, Jamaica can finally say they have a top class number 9. The only concern, though, is that he may have a lack of experience in international football, in the CONCACAF region as well. But come on, this guy he's not even in his prime, and he can dominate the defenders that he come against. Once he is conscious in his thoughts, doing well in his training, then no one can stop him. He's developing as well in terms of his physicality. So, I mean, the clinical finisher is indeed this man, of course, a Mason Greenwood. So, people, I hope that you saw the team I would go for to represent Dream Jamaica. All right. So, for me, I know that some persons would be concerned about some of the options from the bench. I mean, the bench option will speak for themselves. But for me, it is just the team that I would go for because it's a perfect mix of experience, youth, power, and flair. So that's just the team that I choose to represent the national team currently and for the future, based on form, based on peak, based on all of those important stuff. So, people, what is your say though on this video that was being done? Jamaica Ultimate 4-2-3-1 lineup for 2025-26, existing and new players. The dream. So don't forget though to like, subscribe, and stay locked in to Premier 7 for more Reggae Boyz content, as my aim is to go further and further in bringing news to you. So people, take care. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here until we meet again.